Kia has been accused in the past of making some pretty bland looking cars, but their new models have been changing that, and it's the same with this, the new Picanto. From the rear with these lights and down the side, I must say I do like the looks of the Picanto, although from the front, not so much, but design's a subjective thing and all that. Inside, it's an impressive feat though, especially in this A-segment market. Remember, this is an £8 car, and it all looks very solid and doesn't feel like it's made out of Tupperware like some other cars in this segment. I can't say it's as great in the back though, especially if you're over 6 foot, which is a bit of a shame. Although if you're just less than 6 foot, watch out for speed bumps. I'm in the base spec Picanto 1, which has a 1 litre petrol engine putting out 68 brake horsepower. It will get the Picanto from 0 to 60 in 13.9 seconds, and according to manufacturer figures, it can return an impressive 67 mpg combined. This engine is perfectly suitable for around town, and to be honest, it sounds pretty good too, being a 3-cylinder. But if you've got anyone other than yourself in the car, or should you encounter a large hill, it really does struggle quite a lot, and you have to wind it right down through the gears. Thankfully, the Picanto's got quite a decent little gearbox, and it doesn't snag through the gate. The new Picanto has a very soft suspension setup, which means that in town, on potholed roads or anything like that, it's quite comfortable, and on the motorway, it's nice and relaxed. However, on a bumpy back road, it can feel a little bit wallowy and bouncy castle-like. Also, while I'm on it, the steering doesn't really give too much feedback, which can be a bit unnerving in a car with tyres this thin. Now, of course, this being a proper base spec car, inside you do notice with things like the blanking plates reminding you that you are poor. The stereo's not too great in this version either, and to be honest, it can sound a bit like laptop speakers, but I have found this interesting button. So you press this dark button and it makes whatever you've got on the stereo disappear. Now at first I thought, it's not that bright, so what's the point? But then I realised, if you have embarrassing taste in music and you don't want other motorists to see, say van drivers, then you just press it. Hey presto. And while we're on the interior, check out these cup holders. Swish. Okay, so you don't get a whole lot of bells and whistles as standard, but when it comes to specification for keeping you safe on the roads, the Picanto comes up trumps. ESC, EBD and 4 airbags come as standard. Did I also mention it comes with a 7-year warranty? This got me thinking. See, last weekend I had to buy a washing machine. Now, I was going to go on eBay and get one on the cheap, but it probably would have broken and then it would have just cost me the price of a new one to get the bloody thing fixed anyway. When I was looking, I looked at RPM of the spin cycle and energy rating. And here's the thing, when it comes to A-segment cars, they're not supposed to set the world on fire. You look at MPG, standard spec, does it come with a decent warranty, and ultimately, how much does it cost? Imagine the A-segment cars lined up in an electrical store. With a 7-year warranty and its spec, as a new car to serve a purpose, the Picanto just makes so much sense.